just like setting your environment up for success, right? We talk about that when it's for yourself, right? Setting your environment up so you don't have the hyper-palatable foods, in your pantry or in your refrigerator and all that stuff. I mean, that goes the same with just other people in your house, right? Like you said, one thing to think about is like if your kids are like if you take your kids grocery shopping, right? And that is something that you bond over, but it's causing them to like go down the aisles and be like, can we get this? Can we get that? And then you end up just kind of giving in and like you want to say yes because, it's your kid. And you end up having this stuff in your house that are obviously less nutritious, hyper-palatable foods that they're like at dinner and they're like, oh, I don't want to eat this, amazing shredded chicken. I want the honey bunches of oats that are in the cabinet with some milk, right? But they're in the cabinet because you gave in and let them purchase them at the store. They don't have money. It's your money, right? So if that's obviously, there's some different things with that, and it's obviously easier said than done. But if that's something that you're seeing as an issue, then maybe you don't take your kids to the grocery store shopping with you. Maybe you make that you go to the grocery store, you get the things that you want to stock your house with. You lead by example, right? Especially as they're, growing up, right? So for me, like we were never allowed to have, and this is also going to come back to your personal knowledge and education. So if you're listening to this podcast, then I'm sure you know a good amount about nutrition if you've listened to us talk before. So you know that like honey bunches of oats and Cheerios are probably not the best choice for breakfast foods. But like for me, for example, growing up, we weren't allowed to have soda in the house, but we were allowed to have 5 different types of cereal because my parents didn't have the knowledge of that cereal's not that great as a breakfast food. They saw the heart healthy label on the box and were like, oh, this is fine, right? This is normal, having cereal with skim milk. But if you're listening to this podcast, hopefully you have a little bit more background in that. So you're leading by example, right? You're filling your fridge and your pantry with the foods that you know are going to be conducive to a healthy lifestyle. And you're going to be teaching your kids you're going to be teaching them how to feel good while they're eating those things. Then when they do go to that birthday party and have the chicken fingers and the French fries and the cake and the cookies and all that stuff, and then they come home with a stomach ache, they'll start to learn, oh, maybe this isn't that great. I feel like crap now. But it's that process that you're going through. You're not like kind of cutting them off from that, but you're saying, hey, let's set our personal environment up with the foods that we know nourish us and lead to, lots of protein, lead to building strong muscles and being healthy overall, right? That's the education that you need to give them, but you're really leading by example.